Okay, Sharon, moving right along. Right on Hoosiers published several anthologies of prose and poetry written by Northwest Indiana residents in a publication, your publication, called Hoosier Horizon. What is Hoosier Horizon all about?
Hoosier Horizon is about sharing and showcasing the work of Indiana authors. The idea for the magazine began after a couple years of meeting and sharing work with each other at Right On Hoosier meetings. We thought it might be nice to share Hoosier Horizon with a broader audience as well. It was during the winter of 1991 that the premiere issue of Hoosier Horizon Literary Magazine was finally published. In 1992, we started the first Hoosier Horizon contest. The contest was open to adults and encouraged writers to submit entries in 4 areas: fiction, nonfiction, poetry, and children's stories. Winners were honored at the awards night banquet and also published in the Hoosier Horizon magazine. A Hoosier Horizon photography contest was also launched in 1992, encouraging novice photographers to submit photographs with a Northwest Indiana theme. The winning photo was displayed on the magazine cover. Runners-up were published in a runners-up section.
Okay, Sharon, let me interject something just for a second here. I just wanted to tell everybody that our first connection was your contest.
I remember that.
You remember that? Okay. And I sent in my poem. I don't know if you remember my poem, but called A Gypsy's Treasure, and it won an honorable mention. And I just want to say that, if it had not been for that honorable mention, somebody acknowledging my poetry, like I've said before, maybe I would have laid down my pen and quit writing poetry and never written all the poetry and books that I've written. And Right on Hoosiers has been a real inspiration, and that contest really was a catalyst. So thanks.
Yes, Gail, our contests were something that we all look forward to because there's so much talent out there that really needs to be showcased that people didn't know about. So I am just so glad that you came and you joined us and you were inspired and that you won. I think you probably remember when we started the Hoosier Horizon Children's Contest. We piloted it in 1993. Several members took time off work to go to Porter Lakes Elementary School to talk about poetry with pupils in kindergarten through 6th grade and to promote the contest. And in December, the premiere issue of Hoosier Horizon Children's Magazine was unveiled, containing the poems of all winners. I believe that you were at that event, weren't you?
Yes, I do recall, Sharon. And those events were so interesting. And you'd watch the kids go up in their pretty little outfits, or handsome outfits if they were boys, and they would receive their plaques and certificates and ribbons, and they were so proud. And we had the books there, and we would look through the books and read their poems and their stories, and then the young adult ones too. Also, I remember the fantastic dinners that we had with the awards, and it was a lot of fun.
Yes, we did have a lot of fun, and we met so many writers from really all over the state. We actually had writers from Indianapolis and just all over the place. It was just such a wonderful time when we had those events. The children's, that was local, and the adults that we opened up to the entire state. And we really continue to reach out to the men and women and children across all of Indiana with our contest and our 2 magazines until 1996, when the operation just really got too enormous. After all, we were writers and we needed time to write and do things for ourselves, didn't we?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. From 1997 to 2000, we continued the Children's Poetry Contest, and we published a children's poetry anthology every 2 years, compiled with award-winning poems from over 35 schools from 4 counties: Lake, Porter, LaPorte, Jasper, St. Joseph County, Cook County, and Illinois. Actually, that sounds like more than 4. Oh well. In 2001, We set all our magazines on the back burner for a while, and we concentrated on the craft of our own writing. In 2010, Hoosier Horizon was resurrected and is still going strong.
Okay, Sharon, what kind of feedback, like in the past, did you get from children, young adults, and adults who were able to win a literary contest or able to publish their works in the Hoosier Horizon, and as far as even the present? What kind of feedback do you get?
Of course, Right On Hoosier members are always happy to share their writings and feedback at regularly scheduled meetings. And other kind of feedback from contests, is that what you're...
Yes, at the awards. How were those kids?
They were just so happy. To be able to come up and get their awards, plaques, and have their picture taken. They were all dressed up and looked so cute. The teachers were so proud.
How about the parents?
And the parents, we were full. The library was filled to capacity. We had 200 people there, grandparents and everything. They were just so excited to get books. Absolutely. Okay. But I really have to say that what really made me feel so good is the time that a second grade teacher came up to me after a poetry contest, and she said that a student of hers had it seemed to have his life turned around after the contest. He was a challenged learner, and he hadn't been motivated much about school at all until he won the poetry contest. And now he writes all the time, she says, and tells everybody he wants to be a writer when he grows up. Ironically, I seem to get these great stories when I'm really bogged down with work on the magazine and really feel like calling it quits. I'm just really down, and then a story like this happens, and it just gives me the inspiration and the energy to continue, because I know that the organization is really helping people.